In southwestern Japan has erupted, sending a toxic plume of ash and smoke 4.5 kilometres into the air. Dozens of flights were cancelled in the western island of Kyushu.
November 16, 2025. People were sleeping peacefully in Japan's city of Kagoshima. All of a sudden, their peaceful winter night was interrupted by a loud voice. It was 1 a.m., and their most active volcano erupted. It roared with so much violence that it stunned even the scientists who have been studying the Sakurajima volcano for years. It sends a plume of smoke and ash as high as 4.4 kilometers or 2.73 miles into the air. It unleashed a blast so fierce that residents compared it to an airborne explosion. Kagoshima was covered with dense black smoke. But things were not stopping here. Sakurajima didn't erupt just once on Sunday. In fact, around 2:30 a.m. it exploded again. The ash drifted northeast and fell in Kagoshima. The Japanese Meteorological Agency became scared of these eruptions. The ash plume reaching 4 kilometers above in the air was something they didn't expect. 30 flights were supposed to either fly or land at the nearby airport. But the agency swiftly cancelled all these flights, asking locals to remain in their homes. Ash coats the highways and terminal buildings of the airport. A glassy material that comes out of its volcanic tip is dangerous for electronics, so any aeroplane flying above it could fall. While the agency was busy discussing these violent eruptions, Sakurajima again exploded. It was 8:50 a.m. when the western island of Kyushu shook with the violent forces of Sakurajima for the third time on Sunday. People were scared of the temperament of this unexpected volcano, and scientists were shocked by what they found during Japan's Sakurajima volcano's eruption. It was the first time in 13 months that its eruption exceeded 4 kilometers. It is a sign that something unsettling is happening beneath Kyushu. Normally, Sakurajima starts showing signs of eruption days before its explosion. The seismic radars start showing activities around the volcano, telling scientists that it is going to explode. They alert locals who get mentally prepared for smoke and ash. An eruption of 1 or 2 kilometers comes out of the volcano on a predicted day. Locals have emergency kits in their schools and homes, so their routine work rarely gets interrupted. Sakurajima has exploded so many times in this century that its eruption has become a routine for scientists. But this time, it erupts without warning and with a violent force. The volcanic ash has a high concentration of magma, telling scientists that new magma is forming beneath southern Kyushu. The meteorologists also noticed tremors during the eruption. The earth shook, and seismic radars showed violent tremors while the volcano erupted 3 times. These seismic readings are the signal that the tectonic plates of Japan are going through extreme pressure. That pressure is unusual, causing the volcano to react absurdly. When scientists study the ash of these eruptions, they realize that volcanoes have tapped into the deep, volatile chambers that have not been active in the recent cycles. This points out that the volcano's next eruptions are going to be extremely violent and unpredictable. The unusual seismic activities surrounding this blast show that tectonic plates are grinding with extreme pressure and force. The country sits directly above the meeting point of 3 major plates: the Philippine Sea Plate, the Pacific Plate, and the Eurasian Plate. Beneath southern Japan, the Philippine Sea Plate is sliding under the Eurasian Plate. It is the method of subduction that melts a significant part of the plates. These melted parts create magma and shift the shape of coastlines. Scientists are scared that these plates have undergone extreme pressure to release the eruption of almost 4 kilometers. The plates are moving, creating a large amount of magma underground. Its pressure is so much that even deep chambers fail to hold it for long and erupt with a violent and sudden force. Their pressure, multiple eruptions, and the seismic activities are scaring scientists. They are realizing that the Ring of Fire is awakening. Now, what is the Ring of Fire? It is a massive, horseshoe-shaped belt encircling the edges of the Pacific Ocean. It stretches for nearly 40,000 kilometers, passing through countries like Japan, the Philippines, Indonesia, Papua New Guinea, New Zealand, Chile, Mexico, Canada, and the United States. About 75% of the world's active volcanoes are in this area. 90% of earthquakes originate from here. It is the hub of different tectonic plates that collide with each other, melt or slide due to the pressure. Volcanoes in the Ring of Fire are linked indirectly. They don't talk to each other, but they influence the shared tectonic system. Their plates are so interconnected that if one side feels pressure, it disturbs the plates and volcanoes several kilometers away from it. It means that if there is a large amount of magma and earthquakes on one side of the Ring of Fire, it can disturb several volcanoes present on the Ring of Fire. Over the recent weeks, we have all observed numerous volcanic activities in different countries. The Taal volcano in the Philippines erupted dramatically earlier this month.
A volcano in the Philippines has erupted, spewing ash and smoke more than 2 kilometers into the air.
In fact, 3 supervolcanoes of the Philippines erupted simultaneously, shocking scientists to their core.
This is the moment to pay attention, guys, because there is something brewing, not only underneath one volcano, 2 volcanoes, but 3 volcanoes.
The Krasheninnikov volcano on Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula erupted for the first time in recorded history. This is also disturbing because it was a peaceful volcano for 600 years, and now it shakes the whole country. Across Indonesia, multiple volcanoes erupted in recent weeks, disturbing their air traffic and keeping scientists awake at night. On the 19th of November 2025, Mount Semeru erupted with extreme power. Moreover, Japan's other volcanoes are also showing signs of eruptions, spewing ash and smoke in recent days. These incidents are all indicating that the fire of the ring is awakening. Pressure is building beneath volcanoes, and they are entering into a new cycle of activity. This is scary. Volcanoes are becoming unpredictable. They can erupt violently and without any warning. Scientists are closely inspecting these volcanoes, warning authorities to remain prepared. Researchers from Japanese universities, the US Geological Survey, and other organizations have collaborated to keep a close eye on the Sakurajima volcano. They are continuously inspecting the seismic activity around the volcano. The volcano's alert system remains elevated, and experts expect intermittent explosions to continue. Locals are restricted from coming near this volcano. Scientists are collecting data, creating new models and assumptions around this volcanic activity. So far, there has been no prominent seismic or volcanic activity from this volcano after the eruption. But scientists can't let their guard down. We don't know which plates are melting beneath the volcano, how much magma it is creating, or what landscape changes will emerge in the coming months. This unpredictability is keeping scientists awake. They are afraid that this volcano will erupt like Taisho did in 1914. That eruption was the most powerful one in Japan during the 20th century. It altered ocean currents across Kagoshima Bay and created new land masses. With the fire of the ring awakened and numerous volcanoes erupting, Japan's scientists are afraid of massive destruction. We will keep you updated about the volcanic activities of the Ring of Fire. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to get future videos.